Hi, everyone. I'm Leona Christy, the founder and CEO of Catalyst. As many of you know, we are a national nonprofit that helps education organizations, including schools, systems, state agencies, nonprofits, post-secondary institutions, and foundations, address their mission-critical needs and strengthen their organizational health and capacity. Now, we do this by connecting them to the trusted expertise, resources, and hands-on support they need to create excellent and equitable education outcomes for all students, especially those from marginalized communities. In this video, I wanted to take a few minutes to introduce you to our new strategic plan and share a bit about what inspires me as I look forward to the next 5 years. Let me start by sharing what we think of as capacity building. We see capacity building as the process of working with organizations to build, strengthen, and augment the skills, knowledge, systems, structures, culture, resources, and power that they need to serve their communities. Now, this can look like addressing a specific challenge, strengthening a specific area, or organizational transformation, which involves a deep shift in how the organization perceives and engages with the world in pursuit of its mission. So capacity building seen in this way has never been more important. Education leaders and their teams are looking for supports that strengthen their ability to meet the needs of all learners and adapt to this rapidly changing world. But here's the thing, our current approach to capacity building doesn't work. It is not accessible to all organizations, especially those who are closest to historically marginalized communities. It also does not reflect the needs or context of these organizations, and leaders and teams often don't have the necessary information to determine which approaches and providers are the right fit for them. Additionally, capacity building is often removed from organizational priorities, with equity being an afterthought. The result is that we are not investing enough or equitably in capacity building, and the investments we are making aren't giving us the kinds of results we seek. So given this, here are 5 principles that have defined and will continue to define our approach to equity-oriented capacity building at Catalyst. First, make capacity building accessible to more organizations, especially those who are closest to marginalized communities. 2, offer support that is responsive to organizational context and needs and is integrated with organizational strategy. 3, trust leaders and teams who know their context best and empower them to decide on their capacity building priorities and who they should work with. And this is really important. 4, offer a diverse and vetted set of providers so leaders and teams see quality options that make sense for them. And 5, ensure a focus on creating equitable outcomes for students, families, and communities. It's infused across all types of capacity building support. So how do we translate these principles into practice? When leaders and teams come to us, we first help them hone in on what kinds of support will be most impactful for their work. We then identify a diverse set of vetted providers from our network who would be a great fit for the project and have a structured process so organizations can decide whom to work with. At times, we also offer consulting wallets or philanthropic resources to fund these projects. And finally, we create opportunities for organizations to learn from one another. What undergirds this work is our positionality. We are the only entity connecting education organizations to capacity building supports at scale. And we bring our diverse network of providers, our deep know-how on capacity building, our technology infrastructure, and our steadfast commitment to equity to this work. Now, if you're a numbers person, this slide is for you. Since 2020, we've grown our network to over 830 vetted providers who bring a diversity of skills, experiences, and perspectives to their work. We've responded to over 1,000 requests for support, with 94% of projects meeting their goals. We have allocated over $12 million of funding to organizations via wallets and have supported 6 networks. But more than the numbers, I am proud of what our partners say about us, about how we show up in our work and the value that they see us adding to them. So looking ahead to the next 5 years, we see ourselves deepening and broadening our direct impact by offering more and better ways that leaders and teams can access the expertise, resources, and supports that they need to build capacity. More broadly, at a systemic level, we are bringing together the people and building the infrastructure needed to support this work and shaping sector beliefs, understanding, and practices through thought leadership and storytelling. So given this, we're going to be differentiating our service model further. We will continue to offer the targeted supports to organizations in specific domains through discrete time-bound projects. In addition, we will be going deeper with a subset of proximate organizations in order to bring about the sustained organizational shifts that I talked about earlier. And we will also be launching an externally facing self-serve version of our matching platform so that many more organizations can access vital capacity quickly and easily. So as we map this path ahead, we see 5 priorities. I'm going to go through the first 3 really quickly. Our first impact goal is to continue helping organizations identify and leverage differentiated and equity-oriented capacity building supports, and to do this at scale through our Tier 2 supports and our matching platform. We will also continue to build out and sustain this large and engaged network of diverse and highly qualified providers. Our aim is to serve over 1,000 organizations a year through this model, and we will measure our success along the dimensions of usage, quality, and outcomes. Our second impact goal is around intentionally investing resources in organizations and providers that are equity-oriented and proximate to historically marginalized communities within our broader work, so that they can make the significant organizational leaps in their growth, impact, and sustainability that they need. These entities will be the focus of our Tier 3 model, offering intense and integrated capacity building supports. And our third impact goal focuses on driving awareness and action through thought leadership and partnerships. We see a need for a sector-wide reimagining of capacity building so that it is equity-oriented and organization-driven and reduces rather than broadens disparities. We're looking forward to working with all of you and bringing together this broad coalition of researchers, practitioners, educators, community leaders, parents, policymakers, and funders to stimulate and guide this work. These 3 impact priorities will be supported by 2 internal priorities. We will continue to build an effective and equitable organization, and we will redouble our efforts to ensure our financial health and sustainability. So as I look forward, I see an opportunity that is ahead of us that is tremendous. We can truly reimagine capacity building so that every leader and educator with deep passion and commitment can access the supports they need to create and sustain transformational change for their students and communities, especially those who are most marginalized. This is something that I personally and our team is deeply inspired by, but we also know that we cannot do this alone. We will need visionaries who can dream with us, builders who can build with us, storytellers who can help change the narratives around capacity building, funders who can resource us, and so much more. We hope you will join us in partnership and community. Please email us using this link or QR code to stay connected with us. I really do want to hear from you. And I really look forward to staying in partnership with you as we enter into this next chapter of our growth and evolution. Thank you.